Hi, me again. And I thought we'd talk a bit further about that petition. You know, we talked about it on the channel the other day, didn't we? It's Josie-Anne from Basildon who fought the BBC and won compensation. She's got that petition for 250,000 signatures on it now, which is a lot, right? But she's done it on change.org, which I don't get. Why didn't you do it on the official government one? But whatever. But I've got the footage now of the MPs talking about it in Parliament, so I thought it'd be interesting. But while I was just reading this article in yourthurrock.com, I saw this line, and you know what I'm going to say. You know it's going to annoy me. Look at this, look. As it currently stands, you can be imprisoned for not paying for a TV licence. Concerningly, 75% of people convicted for TV licence evasion are women and blah, blah, blah. As it stands, you can be imprisoned for not paying for a TV licence. Well, that's not true, is it? Do some research. These journalists have got to start doing some research. Yes, you can be imprisoned for not paying for a TV licence fee and getting caught watching broadcast TV or using iPlayer and then not paying the resultant fine. Yes, but I haven't paid the licence fee going on 10 years. Am I in prison? Does this look like a prison? I mean, it's the size of a prison cell, my new flat, but it's not actually a prison cell. I can leave whenever I want. So it's not true, and it just, again, reinforces the blooming narrative that you have to pay the licence fee. It's crazy. She's done really well with this signature. This is the clip. This is him talking to the Culture and Media Secretary in the House of Commons. Look.
Stephen Metcalfe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Further to an earlier question, 18% of all female criminal prosecutions in 2021 were for the non-possession of a television licence, which seems completely unreasonable. Will my right honourable friend therefore agree to meet with me and my constituent Josie-Anne to discuss this further and to receive a 250,000 signature petition asking for decriminalisation?
Like the honourable member, I am concerned that the criminal sanction for TV licence evasion is increasingly disproportionate and unfair in a modern service broadcasting system. Our review of the BBC funding model will consider whether a mandatory licence fee with criminal penalties is still appropriate. And as the Minister mentioned, the BBC has recently published its findings of a gender disparity review and set out a 10-point plan of action, which we will be monitoring.
Well, it wasn't a very busy day in Parliament that day, was it? And I understand they've got bigger fish to fry, especially at the minute. There's a lot going on, blooming interest rates for one. It's a busy day. It's a busy time for Parliament. They've got bigger fish to fry than a TV licence thing. But the question keeps coming up and up and up. So just deal with it. Get it done, and then we don't have to keep discussing it in Parliament. There's no more petitions. There's no more taking up your valuable time, you right honourable whoever you are. Just get it dealt with. Why it's a criminal matter to not give the BBC some of your money in this day and age. Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense at all. And I don't know, she's not filling me with confidence she's going to deal with it. And again, I fully accept that she's got bigger fish to fry. She's probably a very busy lady, I'm sure she is. But the quicker you get this dealt with, then you can forget it exists and you can move on to the next thing, can't you? There was another question in here. Let's have a look.
Thank you,
Mr. Speaker. Clause 1 of the draft media bill's redefinition of public service broadcasting deletes music, comedy, drama. It removes all requirement to have cultural output. Why, oh why?
Well, I look forward to discussing this matter further with the Honourable Lady when I appear before the Select Committee in due course. The media bill is published in draft, and part of the reason for doing that is that we can have a debate about the precise definitions contained within it, and obviously that's something which I'm very happy to look at, but we remain committed to the prominence obligations which the bill will put in place.
So there was a draft bill going through which removes the need for public service broadcasters to have cultural output, which is the one thing the BBC has in its defence at the minute, and that is the only defence you can make for the BBC at the minute, is that they do the stuff other people wouldn't do, because they don't have to worry about profits and ratings. But they remove the need to do that from your public service broadcasting requirements, and it won't get done. The BBC won't spend the money on it. So why do we need public service broadcasters that are funded by you people out there? There's one more bit on here I think we can have a look at.
Philip Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Further to the point from the my honourable friend, the member for South Thurrock and East Basildon, does the Secretary of State believe that people should be forced by the criminal law to buy a Sky TV package even if they don't want one? And if not, why should they be forced to buy a BBC licence fee if they don't want? Does she not agree that both are equally absurd?
I'll thank the honourable friend for his question, and he will know that the Department is considering all possible future funding options to ensure the BBC's long-term sustainability, because the digital world is indeed changing.
Listen to us.
It's a fair question, isn't it? And it's similar to a lot of the questions we get down in the comments saying, I don't have to pay Tesco if I want to go to Asda. And it's right, it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. And I'm really enjoying seeing more and more debate about it, just with normal people on the street or in the newspapers or in Parliament like this. The more it's talked about, the faster the change will come. And it's building up. It is building up, isn't it? It feels like we're snowballing a little bit here. What's going to be the next thing that brings it up into conversation? So we've got Josie Ann to thank for it. I want to talk a bit more about her later with an idea that I've had, just some of the stuff I've read, but we'll save that for another video. But I just find it interesting that the debate's out there more and more now. And like I said, something's going to happen this year. It will. What do you think about this? Do you think anything will happen? I do. I have some hope this year. But then I had some hope with Nadine Dorries, didn't I? And that didn't really go anywhere. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.